Welcome YouTubers and 4-plussers to Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report 33. You haven't seen Fantasy Battle Report in a while, but it's I've had some time to get my Beastmen out and dust them off, and I've been getting my butt kicked. I'm going to call this one the Battle of the Bottoms. Most people consider Brett, Beastmen, and Wood Elves to be the worst codexes in fantasy, and so since we got a Brett versus Beastmen battle at 1500 points, we'll see who's the worst. So this is our setup. I'm going to go ahead and use the new PowerPoint laser pointer function I discovered. So right here is a block of gore, and in that block of gore I have my two casters, level 2 beast wizards, and a BSB. Then I've got a Doom Bull right here. I've got a Gorgon right here. And I got two Razor Gores out here on the wings. My opponent has some Pegasus Knights. Knight Errants, I believe is what they're called. These guys right here are another core knight set. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but with them he has a BSB and his lord that has heroic killing blow. And then these guys are, I believe, mounted yeomen is what they're called. And then of course he's got two trebuchets back here. Beastmen get first turn. You can see everybody just kind of moves forward here. I've got, the Gores move forward, the Gorbull moves forward. Razor Gore is repositioned for some redirection. I do get a Hex off up here, Curse of Anrahar, so they're going to be taken difficult and dangerous if they do anything other than a normal move. On Corey's first turn, he goes ahead and you see how he did it. Let's see here. He moved forward with his yeomen, move forward with his knights to get out of the charge range of the Gorgon, and then, big pain in the butt, snipes my Doom Bull with his trebuchet, but he only does one wound. I get really lucky. My turn 2. Here's what we got. The Doom Bull runs forward. I didn't realize this when we started, but apparently the Arcane Ruins here, I'm not allowed to walk through it, so I've got my huge unit of gore stuck to the side of it, so I have to walk around it, so this is going to take quite a long time. I do pop out my wizard that has Amber Spear, and in the magic phase, or not to the magic phase yet, but what you see over here is run my Razor Gore up here to redirect his leaders. Then I charge the Razor Gore at his yeomen that were right here. They flee. Then I charge the Gorgon at the yeomen, and since they're already fleeing, they have to flee again. And they don't run far enough, the Gorgon catches them and kills them all. In my magic phase, Amber Spear, bam, right over here, kill two Pegasus Knights. And of course, up here, what do we got? Curse of Anrahar, very sad. Bretonnia turn 2, this is basically what happens. His unit charges, and you can see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys die from Curse of Anrahar. That's pretty awesome. Oh no! In his magic phase, essentially what happens is he casts Savage Beast of Horos, up-powered, and gets it on all his characters in this unit. Then he casts Wild Form over here. When he casts Wild Form, he double sixes it, and he rolls a 3, and his wizard is sucked into the warp, and in addition to that, she kills 5 more of the knights that were hanging out with him. So pretty devastating round for this group of knights between the curse and the miscast. No sooner do I stop laughing about the miscast, and the trebuchet snipes the Doom Bull and kills him outright. So 350 points of absolutely nothing but standing around and dying. The other knights, the Knight Errants, go ahead and charge the Gorgon. Combat ensues. Dead Piggy, we all expected that. They have 2 models in there with heroic killing blow, because this is actually a Necron Sphinx that he answered the riddle on. And basically the Piggy gets like heroic killing blowed several times. In this fight here, Gorgon kills 3. and takes 4 wounds in return. He's down to his last 2. Beastman turn 3. You see the piggy run over here. What else do we have? These guys right here try and wheel a little further around. Now they're in the river. Once again, no marching. It's going to take them forever. Curse of Anrahar over here again. In this combat, it's cool. I pull off the very first ever swallow whole that I've done successfully. The Gorgon heals 3 wounds and then takes 2 in the combat, so he ends up back down to 3 wounds. He was at 2 at the start of this combat. Bretonnia turn 3. Knight advances over here. They charge over here. Curse of Anrahar is not quite as good this turn. Only kills one knight in that squad. Trebuchets don't do anything. They dispatch the pig. I take 2 wounds, and even though I attack with everything, no, I don't. I take 2 wounds, but I did another swallow whole, but I only healed 1 wound, so that leaves him at 1 wound total. So 2 swallow holes in 1 game. Beastman turn 4. This wizard actually that had broken off, he had run off when the Pegasus Knight charged him earlier. He comes back, gets out of charge arc of the Pegasus Knight. Going to try his Amber Spear again, but fails. Get wild form on these guys. They do some more wheeling. And of course, what happens? Curse of Anrahar! More failed movement for the big squad here. Close combat ensues. I kill 1. They don't do any wounds to me. I believe this is the Bretonnia turn 4. These guys charge in. Curse of Anrahar kills another one of them. Sniper Trebuchet, bam, kills my wizard out in the open. Pegasus Knight goes ahead and moves up. He's going to prepare to redirect these guys. Very smart move. And in the most epic round of fails, I think the knights over here had like 7 or 8 killing blow attacks, or heroic killing blow attacks. Failed to do even 1 wound to him. That includes their lance powers. The spearmen don't do anything, and then he tries to do a swallow whole on their leader and fails, so no effect there. So it's a 0 result combat. I still take a morale check though because they have banners and I don't, so he sticks around. Leadership 10 stubborn, and the entire game I forgot to do terror checks on these guys, so that's possibly a bad thing for me. More wheeling over here. Gorgon dies in my combat round. Turn 5 Brett. Pegasus Knight rolls up here to redirect. Or is this turn 4 Brett? Might be turn 4 or turn 5 Brett. Not sure. This is going to be my last turn of the game. I go ahead and charge the redirector. I don't actually kill it in combat, so I have to overrun it, and I do. But at this point, it doesn't matter how many turns are left in the game, whether it's 1 more turn or no more turns. These guys are off to my flank. They're not going to charge me. He's got me beat on points. He's got about 600 points from the Gorgon, the Doom Bull. Actually 700 points if you include the 2 piggies. And I think I've got like maybe 200 points of his army. So, this is it. Bretonnia wins. So Battle of the Bottoms is a good game. I kind of screwed up. I didn't realize I couldn't move through the Arcane Ruins, and unfortunately that kept a big chunk of my force out of the fight. And you know, the Doom Bull getting sniped always hurts, because that Doom Bull, he could wade into just about any of his units and kill them dead. So maybe next time, instead of taking Gorgon, I'll take some Minotaurs to escort the Doom Bull. So that way he can get lookout sirs and all that good stuff. But very good game, Corey. Thanks for playing. Really good game. And looking forward to getting some more fantasy battle reports. Played a game of fantasy with Lizardman against a guy at our club, David, and maybe next time we play, I'll go ahead and snap some pictures and get a report there, and you can watch the Lizardman take my lunch money as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like the laser pointer. Realize this is the first time I've ever used it, so I was a bit of a spaz with it. You have to hold down the control key and left click, and a lot of times I had it on when I didn't want it on, and other times, I just had no idea what I was doing with it. But it seemed like a good idea, and let me know if it helps at all. Later.